This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Phil Laskowski coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for Tuesday, July 14th. Pesticides found in Costco vegetables, E. coli in French cheese. Taiwan slams Chinese scholars' claim to Philippines Batanes Islands as fantasy. And recent high levels of carcinogens in oil products result in expanded checks. But first, today's top story. The FDA announced on Tuesday, July 14th, that a shipment of Kirkland signature frozen mixed vegetables imported from the US was found to contain pesticides. In addition, 2 batches of cheese imported from France were found to be substandard due to E. coli contamination. All batches of non-compliant goods were stopped at the border and did not enter the Taiwan market. The Kirkland signature or Costco private brand vegetables yielded unacceptable levels of the pesticides dimethoate, omethoate, and fipronil. According to regulations, the entire batch of 10.7 metric tons of product must be returned or destroyed. 2 batches of cheese imported from France were also found to contain excessive amounts of the E. coli bacteria, failing inspection. Due to repeated non-compliance issues, the FDA has adjusted its border inspection policy, conducting enhanced random inspection of other cheese from France at the border with a sampling rate of 20% to 50%. Taiwan's foreign ministry rejected a claim made by Chinese scholars that the Philippines Batanes Islands belong to China, calling it an unrealistic fantasy. More on this story, we have James Thompson in the field.
The assertion was advanced by scholars from several Chinese institutions at a June 30th symposium in Guangzhou, where they argued that the Batanes was a natural extension of Taiwan and therefore belonged to China, according to a Reuters report. Speaking at a press briefing in Taipei on Tuesday, July 14th, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Xiao Guangwei said Beijing was expanding its One China principle to claim the Batanes Islands and seeking to challenge the rules-based international order. China's approach is to put the legal narrative first, then have domestic scholars and state media launch a reinterpretation of history, he said. Xiao said China also uses cognitive warfare as well as force, including Coast Guard enforcement and missile tests, to apply maritime grey zone pressure. He accused Beijing of using military activity and legal warfare to dominate and control the entire First Island Chain region. The Republic of China, Taiwan, and the Taiwan Strait are not the problem causing regional instability, Xiao said. The real root cause is China's authoritarian expansion. This is James Thompson with Radio Taiwan International, reporting in Taipei.
Health Minister Shi Zhongliang said Tuesday, July 14th, that products made by Central Union Oil Corporation may only return to shelves if both upstream and raw materials and downstream products pass inspections. This statement follows a precautionary recall ordered by the Taiwan FDA for all oil products by the major domestic oil producer between April and June, after 5 batches were found to be contaminated. Last week's recall follows the detection of excessive levels of Group 1 carcinogen benzopyrene, or known as BAP, in the producer's soybean oil. Deputy FDA Director General Wang Deyuan said authorities have traced the distribution of affected products and will enforce comprehensive inspections within 1 week under strengthened management measures. According to the FDA, Central Union Oil Corporation produced 29 batches during that period. 3 undistributed batches met the safety standards, while 5 batches already failed downstream testing and have been fully removed. Shi said inconsistencies between upstream and downstream test results prompted expanded checks. He stated,
"We will examine 52 retained samples from Taisun Enterprise, Formosa Taffeta Company, and Fuso Industry Corporation one by one, and compare them with about 321 downstream product samples. If any batch traces back to the same problematic source, all related products will be then barred from sale, consistent with the handling of the earlier 5 batches."
A Swiss cultural commentator, Martin Ebel, has praised Taiwan as an underrated travel destination, highlighting its vibrant food culture and democratic society. That's according to CNA on Tuesday, July 14th. Writing in the Swiss newspaper Tagesanzeiger on Sunday, Ebel described Taiwan as the world's culinary island, humorously noting that people seem to be eating almost around the clock. Ebel recounted his culinary journey across Taiwan, from tasting oyster omelets in busy Amping to enjoying seafood and beer in Jiayi Night Market, to grilled duck and rare mushrooms in Taipei's Ximen district. He noted that such diverse and affordable cuisine, blending Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and local influences, is rarely found in Switzerland. Besides food, Ebel emphasized Taiwan's democratic achievements, describing it as a distinctive and well-functioning system. He referenced Taiwan's high ranking in global democracy indexes and reflected on its complex history, including the Japanese colonial rule and White Terror eras, noting the ongoing efforts to confront its past. He also praised Taiwan's cleanliness, lively temples, and efficient society, contrasting them with quieter European settings. Despite geopolitical pressures, he observed that visitors mainly experience Taiwan's friendliness, concluding that tourism appeal remains largely undiscovered by Western travelers. Taiwanese children's choir showcased cultural diversity in Lithuania with a performance in Vilnius, highlighting music as a bridge between nations. Yo Uwe Chorus and the Pusangalan Children's Choir performed on Saturday, July 11th, presenting Taiwan's rich cultural heritage through clear and harmonious voices. According to Taiwan's representative office in Lithuania, both choirs recently participated in the 2026 Budapest International Choral Celebration in Hungary, competing against 36 groups from 20 countries. They achieved top honors, including the prestigious Laurea Summa Cum Laude and Gold Diploma awards, demonstrating exceptional music talent on the international stage. Following the competition, the choirs went on a Baltic tour, performing in Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia. Their repertoire featured songs in Mandarin, Taiwanese, Hakka, and indigenous languages such as Bunun and Paiwan, conveying Taiwan's cultural diversity, history, and emotional connection to the land. The Vilnius concert, held at the historic Vilnius Town Hall, attracted over 100 attendees despite limited seating. The audience responded enthusiastically, with some standing throughout the performance. The event concluded with a moving rendition of Taiwan's national anthem, uniting attendees across nationalities and highlighting the power of cultural exchanges. Both a senior division and a para division have been added to the 2026 Presidential Cup National Sports Games 3-on-3 basketball tournament. The announcement was made by Sports Ministry Director General Fang Reiwen at the opening press conference on Monday, July 13th, who stated that the widened categories provide more opportunities for participation from different age groups and backgrounds. Preliminary rounds in 22 counties and cities across the country will be held from July 18th to September 27th, spanning more than 2 months. The first wave of matches will begin in Ilan County and Keelung City, culminating in the national finals from October 31st to November 1st on the Ketagalan Boulevard in front of the Presidential Office Building. Women's national basketball player Xu Shihan and wheelchair basketball player Sun Yupin, who serve as the event ambassadors, encourage people to challenge themselves and cultivate teamwork and exercise habits through participation. Sun Yuping shared that sports are not limited by physical conditions. As long as one persists in their beliefs, everyone can realize their value and demonstrate unlimited potential on the court. Fang said that the goal of the competition is to connect local governments in promoting basketball and create a platform for nationwide participation, allowing participants to experience the joy of sports and showcasing Taiwan's healthy, vibrant, equitable, and inclusive sports culture. Presidential Office spokesperson Karen Kuo said on Tuesday, July 14th, that the recent assault on the Taipei-based Indo-Pacific Strategy think tank CEO Akio Yaita is being investigated in accordance with the law, and that the government supports law enforcement agencies in thoroughly investigating any instances of transnational repression perpetrated by authoritarian groups. There followed media speculation that the attack may have involved external forces, including individuals connected to a Hong Kong criminal organization. Yaira, who holds Japanese and Taiwanese citizenships, was attacked after giving a lecture in Taichung on July 6th. The police arrested the suspect, who had entered Taiwan on a Hong Kong passport, at Taichung International Airport later on the same day, as he was seemingly trying to flee the country. Some Taiwanese media outlets have speculated that the suspect may have been paid by a leader of Hong Kong criminal organization to carry out the attack. Thanks for joining me for the news. I'm Phil Eskowski. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.